Hello, I wanted to make another video of the new stereo console that I have. If you remember, the last one was a black one, and I had painted it black, refinished it, fixed all the nicks and dings in it, and painted it black, and it looked really good. I mean, it looked better in person than it did on the video. I really liked it. This one you can see here has the original wood finish on it. It's in really pretty good condition. And I like the grill work. This one, somebody had painted it with varnish, and fortunately, I was able to get that varnish off. And as you can see, you can see that it didn't. I managed to do it without messing up the original finish and the stain. So. It really worked out good. I didn't take out any of the scratches or anything because this is just a thin veneer over some particle board. But what I did was I took, and the little dents on the edges that it's gotten over the years. What I did is I took some of the, how you get the Crayola crayon magic markers, and I used the brown one. They're water soluble, so I used the brown one and just kind of filled in any scratches. And the good thing about that is it'll work with being coated over. But you of course, if you try it, you have to test it. Coating, whatever coating you're going to use. But also, if you don't like it, you can use a little damp cloth and wipe it off. So you kind of get to, you can experiment with it, and yet it'll kind of wipe off. But it worked out good on this one. This one needs so little work that I brought it inside because I didn't want to leave it outside, especially this time of year when we're starting to get a little more rain. I didn't want it to be damp, get all damp or anything. Look, I love the retro design on the doors here, but these slide open, and I got to do a little work on the slides so they don't fall out. Over the years it's kind of worn out, but. You can see you've got a little light switch here, so when you open it up, the light comes on. You can't really see in there because it's all black, but somebody had poked a hole in the back of it to try to fix something. Instead of taking the back cover off, they poked a hole in it. But I'll fix that. That's no problem. This is where the tube stereo will go. So it's going to sit normally flat right here. And I'll show you the tube stereo in a second. But I just think that's so great. I have the legs off. I got it on a dolly, and I'll show you why in a minute. Let me look around here, and you can see in the back. I already have the speakers out. The reason it plays. Let me see if I can shine a light. You can see where the speakers went. Let me turn it. I'm trying to do all this by hand here. But it played. There's the bottom of the stereo. It played, and it actually sounded pretty good. So I'm going to leave, and I'll show you the back. Okay. But this is the inside. I should have played it before I took the speakers out. Made a video of it playing. I'm going to leave this in here. This is the stereo, a transistor stereo. It's a Morse. And this over here is the record player, and the motor works, and occasionally the previous owner said occasionally the plate will spin, so I've got to work on that. But you can see the woodwork and everything is fine. Let me show you the legs and what I'm doing with the stereo. The stereo weighs about, that I want to put in it, the tube stereo. This right here weighs about 37 pounds. And as you can see, I didn't even think to check, but there is no place to mount any kind of brackets or anything on here. And there's no place behind here where I could let it rest on anything, so that's why I couldn't use it in the black stereo console. But somebody will get to use, enjoy the black stereo console. This is a Harman Kardon TX 5000A, and this is a real nice little stereo here. You can see I got it hooked up some junk speakers, just testing some stuff out. Okay, I got that off of eBay, by the way. And I got this stereo console as well as the black one off of Craigslist. These are the legs. And the only thing I don't like about the legs is, one, this is just straight up and down. I just don't think it looks very good. So what I want to do is I'm either going to make a new set or have somebody else make one, like a cabinet shop or something, if it doesn't cost an arm and a leg. But I want the legs to come out on an angle, because if you notice, a lot of the 50s, 60s furniture, the legs kind of came out on an angle. This is just doesn't look good. It's kind of too utilitarian on it. But the other thing I'm going to do with the legs, because that tube stereo weighs 37 pounds, so it's almost like having a couple cinder blocks sitting in that little cavity there where the albums went on the console. I'm going to run some angle iron, little L-shaped thick piece of metal, and I'm going to run it the whole length on each side so that the weight of the console and then the weight of the tube stereo, everything will be, instead of being sitting on wood, it'll be supported by that metal, basically a metal L bracket or a metal angle iron. And I'll do it on both sides, and that way, because if I just put this in the in that new console over time, and it probably wouldn't take very long, it would just start drooping in the center. It would just pull, even though there's you would think it would be strong enough. Eventually, that much weight in that centerpiece would just start to pull. It would just bend the whole cabinet over time. And you probably start noticing it within about a year. It'd be a little bit of a bending. But anyway, this is the back, and you can see how good a condition it is. Still has the original antenna attached, and that down there was what they were trying to get to, where the antenna goes in that little hole. But that's where they put that hole in the back of the cabinet where the records are stored. But anyway, if any of that makes any sense, that's what I'm doing with this one. So the tube stereo will work with this one, and then the actual stereo in here, I'm just going to leave everything in there except the speakers. I don't want to modify this in any way. I'll make a new set of legs, so I'll have the old, the old legs if I want to put it back to original restoration. The speakers that I'm putting in here, though, the only thing I'm going to do to this, I really hate doing, but the speakers that I'm going to put in here to match the tube stereo that I'm going to put in this record, the place where the records went, the little record storage, they're 12-inch. I got one 12-inch per side plus two 5-inch tweeters on each side. So the wood that supports it inside the cabinet here, in the back here, I'm going to have to cut. But anyway, you can see through the holes where the old speakers were. I'm going to have to cut some of that wood. That's the only thing I really don't like doing. But anyway, that'll once I get those in there, some of those old tube stereos, consoles, really put out the bass, and just you could feel it. They really carried that low, deep bass. It's not not like floppy bass like you hear a lot of times today, but it was just that low, continuous background, kind of rumble, but it wasn't annoying. And that's, so I can't wait to, that was really great, sounding, and I can't wait to put a vinyl record on there and, just use the tube stereo, have the big woofers that can, push out a lot of air, pump a lot of air, and as I, do some other stuff, I'll make some videos as I move it along. All right, I just wanted to show you what this, new retro stereo console looks like, and I'll make some more videos.